What's up, guys? This is the Rogue Hero Spotlight on the Test Center. And Rogue is definitely different. Rogue is very, very unique. So, if you remember Rogue from Live... Wow. If you remember Rogue from Live, she had basically two trees where she could steal powers from. One was allies, one was enemies. But if you notice, Rogue now has 8 powers she can steal. And then her right tree, you could notice, is different from all the other heroes. She has 3 traits she can steal, and then 3 rows of 3 talents. Normal heroes have 5 rows. She also has, I think 2 new powers. Or 1 new power. She has Extreme Drain. I believe it's, 1 new power, which is Extreme Drain. It's an execute that, is a drain that heals you. So, it'll do more damage. She's got her Kree Charge, which is basically her dash. Draining Punch, a basic punch, I guess. You can choose to do a Marvelous Physique build for her. Aerial Onslaught, which is she flies around and punches 4 times a second. Crushing Blows is a spender that you get more damage versus enemies under the effects of Life Drain. I might not be doing a build for Rogue in this spotlight, just because she is very complicated and I just don't have the powers to do a build. But I do have one in mind that I want to do myself. But yeah, spender that she gets 40% damage against enemies under the effects of Life Drain. Extreme Drain is her execute, vaulting uppercut, a bleed. Pretty slow, but whatever. Gloves Off enhancement power, so it's basically a buff. You get 25% base damage, more health on hit, attack speed 25%, for 15 seconds, and it costs 21 spirit on a 1 minute cooldown, so keep that in mind. It is a longer cooldown power. Southern Belle is an area taunt that also weakens for 5 seconds. And Rubble Slam, which is a vulnerability power, so we got that. Drain Life is now used to steal powers from anybody, so you can use this on like a hero or a boss or team up to get a power from. Now, you might remember that Rogue, she had the tree where you can right-click the powers to get rid of them after you steal a power. So you would slot like this stolen power into your bar, use the stolen power icon on a character, and it would steal up their power. That mechanic is completely gone. Now you steal powers with Drain Life, and they go straight into your new power bank. So you right-click the icon. Now, these icons will change, so you can just right-click it at any time, and you have a bank of all the powers you can steal. I'm not going to go in-depth on them because, it's so much stuff that you could do for her. She's extremely customizable. You can build her any way you want. Oh my god. Bang! Jubilee focuses on one enemy and detonates a plasmoid on top of them. So we have a little sneak peek of Jubilee. But yeah, you steal the powers and you have them forever, even if you prestige, I think. So you can just slot the powers. See, like the icon changed, so I right-click that and I could switch it to Teleportal. Oh, I could right-click that again. I still have Blood and Thunder. So she could steal 8 powers. All of them are different. Like this one is Beta Ray Bill, Sauron, the Deceiver from Mystic Mayhem. The Stolen Power Bank is extremely cool in my opinion. It's one of the, I think, best updates they've done. Now they do have different tags, I guess. There's core, attrition, impact, and I think support. I'm not sure if supports are in here, but I think there's only a certain number of powers you can use for each tag. Again, I'm not sure because they did change her, and they also changed how her. They changed a lot of her powers, how they work. So I'm not gonna be going over a build for her. But yeah, you can. I know that people in my guild, I have Frosticus and then Dr. Wretches that's on Test Center right now. They want to get on live and just steal all the powers. So I'm going to be helping them with that on Thursday when the patch goes live. So you can steal 8 powers. You can put them all on your bar, customize them, whatever. So now I have all 3 powers that I have because I got rid of all my powers on live. I'd say if you want to on live right now, the best thing to do is go ahead in Limbo and grab all of the powers that you can, because they're going to be going away for a while until the next Mystic Mayhem event comes out. And you're going to want those powers for when the update goes live. So definitely go jump on Rogue, go through Limbo and get all the powers. Then we have her Sig in the bottom of this tree, which Recall Overload is a area power that does damage twice a second, and then it explodes and restores your spirit. So it's a big area, and then it just explodes. It's definitely very cool, in my opinion. It's got I guess projectiles, I guess, from Bishop, Storm, Magneto, and Gambit. That's what her signature is based off of. They steal those. She uses those powers from those people. We've got her trait. She is a bruiser. Bruiser meaning durability of fighting, and she gets 25% crit damage. We have crew resilience, which she's got the close quarters. When you hit with a melee power, you get 8% damage reduction for 3 seconds. She's tough, which means she's defense, deflect, and she gets health on hit. But that's not all with her traits. She's got 3 traits that you can steal. So, she's not only got a power bank, she's got a trait bank. So these are all the traits you can steal. Again, there's a lot of them. So like, let's say I stole Colossus's trait. What that does is I get an armor meter, which is another resource. She can only have, well, when you steal a trait, some of them give her a second resource, which she can only have 1 secondary resource. So if you're going with Colossus, you can't have like Black Cat as well, which gives her 9 lives. If I could find Black Cat. There she is. So you get a cat-like reflexes, which is basically 9 lives. So you can't have those 2 traits. So you're gonna have to mix and match your traits to make your own build. A trait that a lot of people are gonna go for is Taskmaster. So Taskmaster is unique in that his trait is Jack of all trades. So he gets 1.5% damage for every attribute point. Taskmaster's trait, it overwrites her existing trait, which is Southern Brawler. So instead of getting damage from durability of fighting, you now get 1.5% damage for any attribute. So she is very versatile. You can build her any way you want. Gearing, really can't go through because you can build her all 3 damage types. There's so much you can do for her. If you take Taskmaster's trait, you can definitely gear for plus all attributes, and definitely be very viable. So, like I said, you can use 3 different traits, mix and match them. Again, you can only have one that gives you a second resource. For her talents, she's not got many talents, but they do what they need to do. Total Recall reduces the cooldown of your signature by 5 seconds, which her sig is on a 28-second cooldown, so it would be 23 seconds with that on. She's got some sort of like slowdown on her. When I was taking powers and switching them around, I was like pausing for a second every time I click something like that. So yeah, that reduces her signature cooldown by 5 seconds. We've also got Recall Overload now deals mental damage and restores 20% more spirit. It normally deals energy damage. So this will now restore 30 spirit per second while channeling instead of I think it's 20? 25? 25. And it's now going to deal mental damage. Recall Overload now deals physical damage and has 5% higher crit chance, which is pretty cool. Again, you're going to take whichever one is going to be best for the type of build you want. You're pulling off, so you can build a hybrid build that uses all 3 damage types, and then probably just use Total Recall. Or you could build a melee or melee physical build, or any physical build, I guess, or a mental build, or an energy for that matter as well. Mimetic Mutation, base damage for stolen powers 15%, and spirit cost reduction for stolen powers, which is pretty cool. You can customize what you want to do for your stolen powers, or you can do a Marvelous Physique build, which I said before. You can definitely pull off a Marvelous Physique build. This Potent Mutation is 15% base damage for Marvelous Physique powers and spirit cost reduction. And Resilient Mutation is 5% damage absorbed and plus 35% base health. So you can see I put that on, I gained 3,000 base health almost. And then her last one is Loose Gloves. Gloves Off is automatically applied at no cost when you use Recall Overload, which is, I think, one of the best talents that she has, because you don't have to slot Gloves Off. Right? I don't think that it has that 1 minute cooldown when you use it, which I can test that right now. So you could see the gloves. Well, no, it didn't. I guess the gloves didn't get taken off. Did that not get applied? Weird. I don't think that actually worked. So I should get 25% base damage. So if I look at my base damage, it's 121. It's still 121. That didn't work. So if I use Gloves Off now, I get the 146 and the 28. Yeah, that didn't work. So that is a bug report that needs to be fixed. Aerial Combatant, you move 30% faster while channeling Aerial Onslaught, which is again your 4 times a second punching thing. And each hit reduces the cooldown of your dash by 1 second, so you can do a movement build. You can definitely do a movement build. Recharge also gains 1 charge. And then Drain Life and Extreme Drain deal 20% more damage and heal 50% more health. Drain Life being the power that steals powers, I guess. And then Extreme Drain being your execute that heals you as well. So yeah, Rogue has a lot that you can do for her. Personally, I'm gonna be doing the Taskmaster, I think, with Venom. And I think I'm gonna be doing Crossbones. It gets me another 5-second cooldown reduction. So yeah, that's basically Rogue. Like I said, there's not much I could say for her because I don't know what build I want to do, and I can't go through all the powers. There is just way too much for her. So yeah, that is Rogue. Build her however you want, gear accordingly, and you are good. She is gonna be the most versatile character that you can play. And there's just, like I said, there's so much you can do with her. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next spotlight.